I'm ready, she ready, we ready. Hey, we all ready, ready, ready. Hi, everybody. We are ready. We are here. Where are you? I've got a shoe. Okay, I'm done.
Somebody feels so much better.
Somebody recommended tea. That tea was for me. It makes you and it rhymes with P. Hey, okay.
Oh my gosh. I am so sorry.
Don't be. As long as you say I look radiant, that's all that matters.
So good.
5 pounds lighter and all. So welcome to Friday with Friends, minus one friend. We've got Johnny from Tarot's Apprentice. We've got the amazing Shining Hawk Healing. We are missing Sienna Rose. She has got family time tonight. Yay! It was about her sister in Mario Kart and a little tiny bit, very big. So she's hanging out with family.
No, she's sitting around a bunch of bowls right now. That's what she does. And they all empty.
Not the kind that cereal comes in.
That's okay, though. Have your fun.
Oh, goodness gracious. I see we've got Sylvia and Jace and Sharon and Earth Mama, Tribal Mama Stone. We've got Cece, a whole bunch of you guys. Thank you for joining us so very, very much. We appreciate it. We're going to get it crack-a-lackin' in just a few minutes. Let the people have a moment to sign in. I'm going to start bottom this time. Tony, let's do some housekeeping. What is going on in your world?
Well, I'm going to be on Soul Sisters on Monday, so you guys can tune into that with Sonia Ray and my cards. My cards just got shipped, so I'm so excited to see what they look like. A little scared.
Fantastic. I cannot wait.
A little afeared, but that's what's going on for me this week.
Awesome. Tarot's Apprentice, Johnny, what's I'm sorry. I'm thinking back on our text conversation earlier today. I went there. God bless you for having the patience with me.
I was there though, because that's the reason I never said nothing. Anyway, so tomorrow is Saturday, so that's not tomorrow that I mean. Sunday, we'll be on my channel doing the political tarots. We'll be doing a giveaway at the end of that stream. Also, there was something else and I forgot, so it doesn't matter. What you got?
I got 5 on it.
Jace. I'm doing a thing with Jace on Wednesday.
Okay.
But that's not what I forgot. I forgot something else. But again,
it's sad that me saying I got 5 on it made you think of Jace.
Maybe Jace got a couple bowls too. I don't know.
He did it, not me. That's your buddy, Jace.
You just let me know.
Speaking of Jace, those of you who have not yet subscribed, please go subscribe to Jace Arnage. JaceHarnage on the YouTube. She does great political commentary on the life. She speaks her mind. She cracks you up. I have my family says I'm good at cussing, but they have not yet met Jace. We can stream together she can say a whole sentence and never once use a non-cuss word, and you will know exactly it is amazing.
She's talented.
She's talented, but she also is very in tune to what's going on, not just politically, but spiritually. Such a beautiful person. So please go and check out Jace. What I got going on. Fridays, Feel Good Fridays started this Friday. I have pre-recorded quite a bit, so that will be going on, I think, all the way through April, probably June. We'll see how it goes. Beautiful comments so far. Thank you guys so much for the feedback. I just felt like we needed something feel good. I got a couple political stories in there, but they're positive political stories. So just keep it up, keep looking. I just want to do something to help raise our vibration. Also, Tuesday. Okay, you're nodding, so that means it's still good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna ask Johnny to come on with us too, so we could all just cut up.
So Tuesday, join us, Johnny. Okay, wait, shit. Johnny and me on Tony's channel. We're going to be going through Oracle cards. If you guys did not check out Tony and Johnny's tarot collection conversation, it was quite interesting. I was in the comments being a little bit petty until I got yelled at, so I stopped. That conversation also has spawned Jody Roberts to start doing fantastic something namaste day
Namaste. That's still funny. I'm so sorry.
What?
Jesus Christ. I don't know why I'm tickled, but I
Make sure you're subscribed and check out Johnny's.
Johnny's losing it.
So, old 16 seconds in, have not read a single question, and one of us is already done. So,
oh, Jesus.
Team Namaste. Team.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Break out the fan.
It was Tony's fault, too. Not really, but.
We all love to blame Tony.
Oh, it happened on your channel. We were doing the Oracle thing, and you said, do I pull a card a day? And I'm like, no, because I'm not all Team Namaste, and, you know, and pull a card. Have a good day, everybody. And I'm not that person. But somebody is. Thank you, Dr. Roberts. I got my whole life together this morning from them sound bowls. So,
which is funny because again, Jody will cut you into 14 but what I love is Jody harnesses that energy to fight bad, you know, to combat the nasty energy that's trying to hit Mama Earth. She's the like FU shield that helps to fight. I love how she harnesses that.
She may be water, but Scorpio is hot water, so don't be fooled.
Hot. With a little bit of vinegar and a smidge bit of piss. And that's why I love her. Oh, and Jody, by the way, Tuesday I did get cleared to be able to lift more than 5 pounds, so now I can pick up that big ass bowl that I bought from you and play it because I couldn't pick it up earlier because it's too big. Because Adrian is a size 4 and only likes things that are 10 inches and larger. Okay, talking about bowls, y'all. Get your minds out of the gutter. Talking about bowls. So,
Team Namaste.
Team Namaste. Namaste. Let's get into our questions. Thank you for those of you who did you know what's funny? Every time I watch one of my videos, I'm like, for fuck's sake, how many times do I say Can I talk? And I just caught myself right then. I said 14 times. Like,
it's a period or a comma. You know, you just got to get to the next word, but you just need a bridge.
And I used to train people like how to do, you know, Toastmasters and all this stuff. And I'm like, I would have flunked to me if I were my student. Like, crying out loud. Okay.
Jay said she is working on her vocabulary. When I was a kid, it was very rude to call adults liars. So find a synonym and then attach it to yourself, madam, because you are not working on your vocabulary. But your vocabulary is very much needed.
It is needed.
Nothing wrong with the way you talk.
There is nothing, because we knew what you said. You said what you meant, and we were educated at the same time.
At the same time, ain't nothing wrong with how you talk.
It's not gratuitous for the sake of gratuity. It is like, in that whole stream of MFers, I learned something new about Putin and the Ukraine.
That is the well you go back to. Yes,
people with real high IQs cuss the most. So there you go, Jace. There you go.
Ain't nothing wrong.
All right. First question. Speaking of the Ukraines and things that are going on that are not positive, this question is awesome. It is, why is it from biblical times to today, humanity can't seem to learn that war is never the answer? Like, very few wars ever resulted in a whole bunch of good happening. It's usually like, or if something good happened, it was like this compared to the mass destruction that happened. So if you ask our, and what I want to finish with the question is, if you ask our current man in almost every country, they think war is bad, but yet here we go. Why can't we seem to, as humans, learn that war is not the answer? Is there a block? Is there some other energy that's interceding? Why is it that we cannot learn? I was listening to Marvin Gaye today. This war is hell. When will it end?
Lucky girl, you late. Been smoking in the school bus.
Why the school bus?
Is that what you used to do, Johnny?
Interesting. Hey, get ready now. Okay, sorry. Well, why can't we learn that war is not the answer? Interesting. Whoever wants to go first. Johnny, you want to go first?
I get the magician and the 10 of Pentacles. Magician craves power, basically.
Yeah.
We do have to keep in mind that wars are not usually started by nations. They're started by people at the top. And so there is, because I'm pretty sure if you polled most people in Russia, they don't want this either. The magician and the 10 of Pentacles. There is always somebody trying to manipulate, trying to take, trying to gain, trying to get. Knight of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. I got all these, the big high pentacles. They want either possessions, land, things, resources. They're never just going to I'm going to go destroy people willy-nilly. No, I want all your things or your land or your resources. I want something that you sit on that I can't just talk to you about. No, I got to come ravage you and then take it. Mm-hmm. Here with the Temperance and the Chariots, we could be on the same page. Temperance is balance and moderation. Chariots being on the same page. You could be on the same page if you want. Jesus, this is distracting. Look like I'm in heaven with this light.
That's actually not what I was going to say. There's a particular club in...
Well, I was thinking more limbo, like darkness and smoke, because the light... Anyway, so there is the Chariot and the Temperance. We can be all on the same page. It's not that hard. The Chariot, you have to get everything on the same page in order to move. So you can do it, but you have to have temperance. You have to be moderate. You have to be balanced. You cannot be a dictator. You cannot be a person who lusts for power. So that's why, because there will always exist a Vladimir Putin, an Adolf Hitler, a George Washington. There will always exist somebody who is either running from somebody else or chasing somebody else.
So. I cut you out in my head. Blankety blank, mother blank blank said George Washington.
George Washington fought a war against people he was running from. So it's like
I got the same cards, kind of. Look at this. Chariot. It's just, it's through time. We just don't learn. It's like, you're always, like Johnny says, you're always going to have tyrants. You're always going to have people who are always wanting to have what you have. So the Sun, it's just the way it is. Are you at the top of the wheel or are you at the bottom? It depends on where you are, which side you are, on. It's just the same. It's all the cards say the same. Power, prosperity. That's what they want. They want to take what you have. So I don't think we're ever going to learn as because this is a classroom. So we're told. I don't think that particular lesson is one that that we won't continue to repeat over and over and over again.
Because it ain't new.
It's not new. Since the beginning of something. There's Six of Pentacles. Damn it, really? Hold please.
She got the old man. Oh.
Based off of our conversation, that was very difficult to do and maintain composure. So, very proud that that's all you heard. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just so bad.
I'm playing high. I'm laughing at everything. I make the noises, so I know.
Every time I hear that kind of noise, my husband and I, we always, when we make those noises, we're like, okay, old man. Okay.
Because you have to. It's like that little hand that just goes.
And what made it bad was like it was right where I had to bend over. So to bend over, it's right where I got cut open. Then I also have a whole bunch of fupa. So the fupa was bending over on the bend over. It was just a lot.
Where are your grippers?
You need to pull the grippers back out. Yes. I got cocky and thought I didn't need the grippers anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus. Okay. Sharing of time, money, energy. There is an energy exchange still that is about the frequency of war. Because the challenge is the Seven of Pentacles, the planting of the seed. We have not planted the seed of good. We're still got that. We're still sharing this mindset of how I want to phrase it, of divide and conquer, blow up and destroy. That rape and I would say there's three prevalent frequencies that inhabit Mother Earth that are not the most positive. Victim frequency, rape and pillage frequency, and I don't know why I can't remember the third one right now, but that rape and pillage and that victimization frequency is strong AF. And that's why we can't seem to rise above it. We've got a lot of people too, like mine is coming up with the Dictator with the King of Wands, that people who want to go and just take that action and be selfish too with the Nine of Pentacles. I want to hoard. I want to keep things for me, my power, my money. And again, just what's interesting though is in the emotions is the Justice. Are these emotional decisions? Are they tactical decisions? Are they when you want vengeance or you want something and don't let spirit handle it? That's when things get murky. And that's why I kind of that's what I intuited when I picked up the Justice card. But it's in the plan. No, we've got to break this with the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands. The plan to continue to disrupt communities, disrupt people, disrupt countries. It's just there. You can't see because it's greed.
And war is what do you call it? People make money with war. War is very profitable. So as long as war is profitable, then you're going to keep having it. And if people are getting paid, they're buying all this equipment, all this machinery, all these weapons, all of that stuff that you leave on the battlefield, and then you get paid, reimbursed for it later. So it's just, all this manufacturing. Okay, of course, people have to have jobs, but do we have to have jobs making weapons of war?
Mm-hmm. Which is also feeds into that Six of Pentacles energy, that sharing too of that. I create a war if I can profit from the war. So I created this beast that pays me. We're sharing. I keep putting into the thing, keep feeding the beast instead of letting the beast starve.
Yeah,
wear itself out. It's just, hi, oy vey. Next question is, We keep hearing about the shift. Everybody's saying, especially this time period right now, 2022, there's a shift. The question is, what the hell is that shift exactly? Can spirit help define what this shift is? Is it spiritual? Is it more physical? Is it dimensional? What is this shift? Can spirit help us understand it? Thank you to all 107 who have joined us this Friday evening. I appreciate it.
Shh. Wait.
I forgot my own question. What was the question? Oh, what is the shift?
What is the shift?
I was thinking about TGI Fridays. I'm really hungry.
Well, for me, mine has happened already. I mean, there's never an ending to shifting energy, but me personally, mine has happened. But as far as this is, I got the Chariot and the Seven of Pentacles. There is waiting in both of these. One, you have to get everything on the same page, and the other is waiting for the gestation period. So there is, with the Seven of Pentacles, that farming aspect. You have to wait for the seed to sprout, not necessarily the fruit to come in. Like, there's a whole process to this. You get the baby tree, and then you get the bigger tree, and then you might get some fruit at some point. So it takes a while. Nine of Swords and Nine of Pentacles, there is worry about security. Just security, period. Personal security. There needs to be a mentality change. The Nine of Swords can be very serious. Depression, anxiety, all that. There is also a drama queen aspect to this too, to where the things that you think are the worst are actually not. You are feeding that energy because a part of you may like to be uneasy, to always look around the corner because it gives you a sense of whatever. But there is a shift in energy, in mentality that needs to happen as a collective, I think.
Very much so. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, we start out with our addictive personalities. This is what we, the temptation of what life actually is, this shift that everybody talks about. Okay, so the shift, is this shift different than the age of Aquarius? Is the shift in tandem with
Can I say, just from my own personal watching people on YouTube, people always, they keep saying, and that's why the question was asked, they keep saying, oh, there's this shift in energy, there's this shift happening, there's nobody explained it. So that's why people are like, what do y'all keep talking about shift? What is the shift? And so that's nobody's been explaining it. And so whatever you get is going to be the answer.
Okay, so I mean, this is what we have to work with. This is the center of the reading, and what crosses it is spiritual union. We can come together. I think that is what the shift is us coming together, because this is the final outcome card, is the collective card. So I think that is the shift, is that we are more connected. That's what to me, that's what's coming through, is that's what the shift is that we are more spiritually connected and third eye connected. So I don't know if this is something that causes us to have a better connection to the Akashic records. I don't know, but that's what I think comes through, is that we are more connected to that information. It's glaring that it's the truth. Well, maybe that's what the shift is that we learn more truths about ourselves. Maybe the shift is that we find out that, yes, we we are living among aliens. But it is our destiny to go through this shift and feel this new energy, this new passion. We get to make that decision, though. We get to decide which doors we want to walk through, but we have to choose wisely, because sometimes people can be deceived. But like you were saying, Johnny, it's about security, and the shift is going to give us, hopefully, that's what I'm getting, is a little bit more security about life and death, that whole passage. We're not going to be so afraid of that last, that stage exit. Okay.
I got a more literal answer. Taking actions about how you perceive your judgment, this whole karmic path, reaping and sowing, being more personally accountable is how I would put it, and getting out of that. Even though it's the 7 of Wands reverse, which is just getting out of that energy of woe is me, being held accountable, moving that energy of being in a lower vibration to maybe trying to be a little bit more intentionally higher vibrational. Doesn't mean you're going to just
You didn't have to draw attention to that girl.
so fucking embarrassed.
Oh my God, it would have gone by.
I ain't playing with y'all no more.
My mama said, "Don't play with y'all no more."
Good goddamn well. I'm sorry. And this is my karma and me being held accountable, because when you were going earlier, I was giggling about yo shirts. I can't breathe. I'm crying.
I can't fool with y'all no more.
Okay, we lost Johnny. You guys.
This is what I get.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Oh my God.
My kidneys hurt. Wait a minute. Jesus. Oh, wait a minute.
Because I was just like,
You couldn't even see it over the nameplate. And then you moved and put it more into
I had to make sure I saw what I thought I saw. Okay, no, it's just on one side. Okay.
Oh God.
I'm hot. Wait a minute. I gotta find my Shaka Khan.
I was so stunned at myself. I was like, that's Poe. You don't do that again. That's Poe. You've worked way too hard in your life to not have shirts with holes in it, Adrian. Like, oh my God. You had to do that when you were little because you didn't have a choice. You're grown up now. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh boy.
Johnny's on the floor.
I had to go find Shaka Khan, man.
Sorry.
It's hot. Jesus.
My stomach is hurting.
My kidney bones hurt.
So I don't understand how angry I am right now. That is so oh, and I did it on my own channel. I'm so
Everybody seen it, but you were just like, wait a minute.
I was so surprised
Oh,
that
Lord.
was what was going on in my life at that moment that I had to verify. I'm sorry.
We don't raise our arms up so
I don't even know what made me do that whole thing anyway. Okay. Moving into mastering our emotions is how I'm going to end it. It's going to be an emotional time, getting out of this woe is me frequency, really being accountable and making taking actions based off of our karma and our judgment. And that's I'm moving forward. My stomach hurts, my pride. Okay. All right, let's do something a little different right now. Let's look at, I got a question about Johnny Depp. So Johnny Depp has an appeal coming up against his defamation case against Amber Heard. So, apparently it was like, yeah, you did. And now he's like, no, I didn't. Let's go appeal it. So will he be able to win that appeal? And can he kind of rebound his career after this? Because, it was kind of shocking to a lot of us that he was a booty hole to that extent.
Really? That's shocking.
So some people, they were really kind of shook up. They were like, we figured he smelled like, a garden because of how he walking out the house still looking like Pirates of the Caribbean.
On purpose.
It's either that or be big and huge like Marlon Brando, because that was his guy. It was his mentor.
So will he win this appeal for the defamation case? It's the first, and then the second half is can his career rebound. Ooh, my stomach's hurt. All four of them. Ooh, wee, from laughing. Ooh, wee.
You don't get to talk no more.
It's on your channel.
Not 4G. Oh, Jesus.
Yep. Cows have 4 stomachs. So, do the math.
He's still
What the hell's happening today? I swear I ain't high. I swear I ain't high. What's in this incense? Oh, Jesus.
Will he win? Will he win? Will he win? Will he win? Well,
he might.
He might. I think he might. Johnny, you want to go? Or Tony, you want to go?
Yes. So my first card is choose wisely. So that's the center. Memories of love. So I don't know. When I look at Johnny Depp, I don't see him as being an abuser. That just doesn't come over to me. I don't feel that energy from him. He's a little off center, but I just don't think that he's an abuser, but he could be, because who am I? I don't know him. At the bottom of the reading is transformation. It's the devil, so he could be. But in the past, he was, there was balance. He's very passionate, so maybe he is.
Shut up, Shinlin. Shut up.
But I think in the near future, he's going to get his. I think his career will be what it is. I don't know that his 15 minutes are up, but I think that he will have a few more minutes in the sun. intuition. He's using that for this defense. It's going to take a while because he's pleading his case. He hopes that he'll have the celebration, but he's standing his ground. He's like, I didn't do this. I did not do this. This is not who I am. I didn't do it. So I don't know. He could get off. He could win his appeal. I don't know.
Amber Heard is nuts, for the record. But that off center, that was hilarious because he's a little, eccentric. There's a judgment at 9 of Swords. There's a lot of worry. This looks like it's going towards a no, but there is the Hierophant and the Fool. Something starts and some. What is this?
Okay.
Lord have mercy. Okay.
Cards were stuck together.
No. It looks like he has nads on his chin, and it was distracting. So
Nads?
on his chin, they look like he looks like he has lower protuberances.
What hits the toilet water when you sit down to take a poo-poo? Yeah, okay. Got it.
He's got the hangers. Anyway, then there is the 9 of Wands and the Death. Something does break eventually, but there is the Devil. Something. His career's not over. He's Johnny Depp. I mean, I get that this doesn't look good, but he can. I mean, he's Johnny Depp. I mean, there are some people who are Teflon, and he might be one of them people. But as far as the Amber Heard thing goes, this is going to continue. So if they think that this is over, it's not. That's going to keep going.
I get that too. They're kind of mentally stuck together. They're crazy feeds off of each other, is how I would put it, with the 8 of Swords, especially her with the Queen of Cups. She's extremely kind of like, she knows how to get his goat, is how I would phrase it. And he does not just step back and go, Johnny, she's getting your goat. Take a deep breath, walk outside, smoke some kush, have a good life.
So who's that devil card?
He is reactive, and then he gets irritated. That is loud as hell. I don't even know where that's coming from. And he gets mad. Like, he does not like when he gets in that position, the 4 of Cups. He's just like, here we go again. So that cycle, I agree with you, Johnny, is going to continue. They need to like walk away from each other and like do all.
Join Team Namaste.
And not in the least.
I thought they did walk away from each other.
They still feed. I think they're still feeding each other somehow, or like doing things to get on each other's nerves.
Because at this point, just let everything go and say, "You go your way, let me go my way." Like, let's be done completely with each other.
Yeah.
Because it's toxic.
He has withdrawn. He's kind of going back, and I think that's part of the plan, though, is to make him seem stable right now, to make her look cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, make her look like she's the one who can't decide, doesn't know which way to move forward, bring some illumination to it too. I think he's got receipts. I heard receipts when I looked at these 2 cards, knows that especially with their marriage, things that went on in the house, I wouldn't be surprised if there's recordings, things like that he's going to go, no, look, it's her, not me. But yeah, he'll be fine. Ace of Cups. Ace is usually one of my yes cards. He'll be fine. His career will rebound. He will probably somehow win this case. The time is for how long? Because they keep pushing each other's buttons. Date the mailman, for crying out loud. One of y'all. Stop.
I mean,
stop. Let's keep. Okay, hold on a second. Let's get back into some more spiritual questions. This is a really good one, and I wanted to bring it up because I had this conversation today with my boss, and even though I got this question a couple of days ago, is there a way, or how can we make creativity and innovation a priority instead of profit? Is there ever a way where we can focus on creating things for the sake of creating and bringing something new and innovative, and maybe not charge an arm and a leg or not do it solely for the financial benefit? Can we just like the when we were talking last week about the technology to cure blindness? That would be amazing, but we all kept getting, but it's going to be extremely expensive. Can we just do, and what would it take? Can we be able to just do innovation and creativity for the sake of doing it?
No.
Can you not be petty pissy party? We want to hear what Spirit got to say.
I'm a little petty because my dentist, my former dentist, tried to friggin' rip me off. I was like, oh, we have this new thing that we can do with the laser and all this other stuff, but that's going to be $7,200. That's going to be this. And I'm like, oh, Lord. It made me sad. It made me really sad that, in this day and time, people still think that they can get over on you.
And well, as long as you let them.
But the question is, will innovation be centered around basically public needs instead of profit? And I say yes just before the cards because you have neighborhood gardens and things of that nature. Now, that may be small scale, but at least there's some example in our society where it does exist. So it just needs the want. It doesn't necessarily need, Anyway, I get the Lovers and the Page of Cups. So what it takes is creativity and cooperation. Also, I think this is more of a creative aspect as well. So they're not going to, get some high-speed rail and you can use it for free. This is, hey, we got an art studio. You want to come practice? You can. It charge you nothing. Bring your guitar, whatever the case may be. But there's a lot of movement here too. There's a lot of community traffic or community transport is what I mean to say. So there may be some sort of thing like that to where it won't phase out Uber and Lyft, but there is some work that the communications and travel industry are going to go through. But for the most part, no, not on a wide scale, but more on a neighborhood scale.
I was very skeptical. Very, very skeptical about this whole thing. Starts out as, can we find a balance? Can we find a balance between innovation and profits? There would have to be a sacrifice for that to happen. And people would have to be a little bit more enlightened. But in the past, we have deception and envy. People always trying to get over on you.
Yep.
Dentist. We have to feel, we have to use our, balance our chakras out, and everybody's always sort of on different levels anyway. But emotionally, I don't think that people are going to say, yeah, you know what, we'll give you this free. No, I don't think so, because they're going to say we have to pay the rent. This building costs so much money. We've rented out all of these suites and everything. We have to charge you. We have to. We have to, because they're going to be a fear. They're going to lose all their money. And that's a base chakra fear. But like I said, I was very skeptical. But Spirit says maybe in the future, partnerships and alliances will be. Like, what am I seeing? What do you call it? Services, we give and take services. I trade. I trade you this service for, and
bartering.
You give me, bartering. Yeah. So I think that's what's in our future, more bartering in our communities, because a lot of people are just tired of these huge corporations just taking everything. So will money be obsolete in the future for I don't know.
Can I possibly make myself sound horrible when I say this though too? Because I read tarot cards, not necessarily for a living, but you can say for a living too, because I do it for money. And there are a lot of people who barter for readings. You give me whatever, and I'll give you a reading or something. That ain't me. I'm sorry. So it's like it's not just the big conglomerate, I guess. But like, don't send me a handmade shirt for a reading. I know I can't pay my light bill with that shirt. So at the same time, I do think that yes, there will be some things where innovation is going to be societal, is going to be community, but you can't phase out money, I don't think. Not all the way.
What I think is interesting too is there is going to be the shift because the Five of Wands, this bickering, this competition, they're not going to be happy in the future with the Four of Candles. The Four of Candles is the Four of Cups. They're going to get offers they don't like because once again, we're going to reshape the narrative. Page of Feathers versus Page of Wands. We're going to reshape this narrative. There will be some things that are just out that we do. Yes, Ace of Candles, which is the Ace of Wands. Absolutely. There are things that innovation is always going to take over, and people are going to do it for the spite of it. They're going to do it because you know what? I want to purposely shift the narrative. Ten of Feathers, which is the Ten of Swords. I want to kill this capitalistic mindset because the challenge is the awakening is coming out of this. They want to disrupt the status quo. So will it be large scale? I agree with you guys. I don't necessarily think so. Well, no, it will be in certain ways. It's just time's going to tell how that shows up because people are freaking sick of it. And right now we've got such a divide. There is that middle class is like,
Where? We don't have a middle class anymore.
And look at the shift that's happening even with work. How many people, the Great Recession, or not the Great Recession, the Great Resignation, that wasn't happenstance. That was people opening their mouths and saying, I effing refuse. And if we can keep that same energy, we can change a lot of things. And I think that is going to come with the Awakening card, the Ten of Swords. I think that the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Candles, that shift, that's a shift. If you want to define a shift of how we use technology, for crying out loud, TikTok is free. I have been more entertained off the TikTok these last couple of weeks than I have in anything that drives money. How creative people going in, sharing their creativity. We can change it. We just got to keep that same energy.
Who said that there was a black and white movie or something, or this guy was mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. People were throwing their TVs out the window and stuff like that. It's like, that's the picture I get. It's when the people are just so freaking, like you said, just done with this whole thing. It's just gotten to be so, gosh, just a monster of our own making. And we've got to slay that monster. That monster is huge. And it's time to take it down a little bit. A peg or 2, 3, 4. Just friggin' demolish that ladder.
Just gotta change it up. Let's do another question. I love this one because I had to, because I initially read the question, I was like, nuh-uh. And I was like, oh, I think I get what they were trying to mean. This is interesting. Taking care of Mama Earth. So roads contain asphalt, and asphalt, as we all know, is made of crude oil. So while asphalt itself is a renewable resource because you can go in, chop it up, put it back into the thing, melt it back down, and put it back in. To an extent, you can't have that without crude oil, which is non-renewable and hella toxic. That's why they tell you don't chew on gravel, don't chew on asphalt.
Tell that to Goose. Taking rocks out of his mouth all the time. What are you put on?
With our infrastructure being pretty much non-existent in the United States, thanks for that. What can we do to kind of, first of all, is there going to be a new filler for something we can use to in asphalt to not have to use crude oil anymore, not have to use petroleum? Will we find another? There are some, depending on the roads, that are used, but it's too expensive and it's not wide scale. So can we find something that is more cost effective to replace crude oil? Because that'll also help diminish our dependency. Then I have a follow-up question after that.
No. Well, not no, as in absolutely no, but it's going to be very, very difficult. Nine of Wands and the Hierophant. Now, there are priorities in the government when it comes to transportation, the Department of Transportation, and that ain't one of them. And so this is a back burner type thing. Nine of Wands is going to take you a while to complete such a thing. Four of Cups and King of Pentacles. There's also the reality of funding. And not just funding, but location, because my King of Pentacles is land. So if you, Lord Jesus, give me a different example. I'll say it anyway. In every state, there's a Martin Luther King Street, and it is not in the greatest of neighborhoods always. And so if they were going to do some sort of wonderful innovation, they would pick Rodeo Drive before they picked Martin Luther King Avenue. And so there's also a land issue that, anyway, but that's what I get. Not priority. And if it is priority, it ain't going to be poor neighborhood priorities.
Bluebird, you've asked this several times. We are trying to ask if we can find another resource other than crude oil to help us make asphalt.
I don't think so. We want that. Yes, we want that. And there are things in the works. I think people are looking for that because now in the past they've had this awareness. So this awareness has led to this need for it has brought this awareness out into the public. Material and spiritual prosperity. So in the sky, it's possible. It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. This is for you, Adrian.
Thank you. I needed him.
So what we have now is the foundation that we're using crude oil. I don't think that that's going to go anywhere because of the powers that be. We can hope that we can find a way to move forward. That's in the environment work, because once you have the realization that you need to, this needs to happen, it's going to take a long time for that to happen, but we will eventually move out of that. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon because you have the people who do the oil and drill the oil and pull the oil and depend on oil and oh my gosh, everything we make is oil, but someday, but not today. Someday.
It makes me, Thank you so much for Marie Henson for the super chat. May that generosity be returned to you tenfold. No, I get no. 2 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. We're too embedded in greedy, sharing money, those contracts to stay dependent on it. So I don't think we will. Yeah, I just don't think so. Page of Cups, 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords. No, we don't want to. We're too embedded and too in bed. We're way too in bed.
Like trying to get rid of plastic, right? Because plastic is crude oil, right? You have to make that with crude oil as well. When plastics were in the 50s, it was the wave of the future, and now it is the wave of our destruction. And we're still, giving out plastic bags at stores. We're still buying them. We're still, buying things made of plastic. So we can't. I don't think so.
I forgot my recyclable bag today, and Joe did pay that 10 cents to get a plastic bag. That mother sucker was heavy. I put 18 cans of Coke, laundry detergent, and a whole turkey. in that one plastic bag.
Oh my God.
And I say that to say, no matter how inconvenient we try to make not using plastic, we're still offering it. It's still there. We're not forcing anything because it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So do y'all know who Anna Delvey is? She's also known as Anna Sorkin.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us who she is, Tony.
She was a young girl who decided that she wanted to be bigger than she was. So she made up a story that she was an heiress, and she fooled all these people into giving her money, into buying her things, into getting into hotels. And I don't even have to say allegedly, because she was
convicted.
She was the Jamaican prince.
Yep.
The Nigerian prince.
She's the female Tinder swindler. Okay.
That is such a great story. Not a great story, but oh my God.
Storytelling was really good, right?
Yeah, that was so good. I was like glued to the screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and anybody who's in any ounce of online dating, do not judge these women and think, how can it happen to them? He played that game by the...
And he's back to doing it now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So she's pretty much been convicted. Her trial is happening. She's actually from Russia, believe it or not. I think she is, right?
Yeah, she's
Russian, but she lives in, a lot of this stuff happened in Germany. So the question is, will she be deported to Germany? Because right now where she is and where Germany wants her to come back, for, you got to catch this smoke, heifer. So will she be deported? Because that's one of the places she didn't want to go, because she caught a lot of charges there. She was Tinder swindling the hell out of the Germans.
That was such a crazy story. Jeez. I was like, how are these people getting swindled by this little girl? I'm like, what is going on? If it was any one of us, they'd be like, please.
Because she's not ugly and she looks a certain way. So
she's got the very fair complexion.
Know how to play the game. Know how to play the game. Meanwhile, I can't even get a dude to buy me dinner. Shit. On a date. Oh, well. Yeah, they coming for that behind. Is she going to be deported? Because if she is, that's not going to be a good look. Johnny, your face is scrunched up.
Is she here?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like, what's this over? I thought she was overseas from. Okay, so she's going there. 3 of Wands, 5 of Cups. She has sorrow, regret, loss, goodbye. 7 of Swords, the thievery. Now, there's 2 places, though. Did she do this in 2 places?
Several countries, yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 places here that there is some thievery, at least on record. She's going to go through a huge transformation from here on out. Actually, like this, it only takes seconds, Jussie Smollett, to ruin your whole life. And so she's about to go through this, and I don't know how old she is, but she's going to be twice that age by the time she's done with this.
Well, I get the devil.
That's what I mean.
Girl, you gone. They are shipping your ass out. I'm sorry. Mwah. Bye, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, bye. She's it's gonna may take a minute, but she's gonna be out. And bad. I feel bad that she's, so young and she's sort of thrown her life away in that way. But she had fun. She had fun while it lasted. So
I do not feel bad for her at all.
So great memories. I hope you kept an album so you
I
can
feel bad for everybody at all.
and go, wow, wasn't that fun?
You're gonna have to sit with the memories up here in that jail cell. God dang it, because I'm sorry. I don't feel bad for her. Sorry. I feel bad for the Tinder swindler because all of his enemies are after him.
I don't feel bad for him at all. I'm like,
It's a joke for anybody who's seen Tinder swindler.
oh my gosh.
She's about to get some emotional news he does not like because, and by the way, thank you so much, Tribal Woman, for the super chat. May that generosity be returned to you tenfold. She's about to get some emotional things, news she does not like. Why? Because of her greed. Six of Pentacles is like the card of the night for me for some reason. They're also sharing information. The U.S. is like, come get your girl, come take her. All her trickery, deceit in the past to get the lovers, to get all the boyfriends, get the admiration. They're about to ship her behind off the chariot. Like both of you were saying, it's going to take a minute though. It's not going to be tomorrow. This is slow movement. It will happen, and she's going to be very burdened with the 10 of Wands. So yeah, couldn't happen to a nicer person.
I saw that movie of her was when she was yelling at her lawyer, go and do it. And he was like, and then he just walked away from his wife for this little girl. I'm like, is that just for the story? Is that to make the story more intriguing?
I think
or did that actually happen?
I think it really
oh my God.
Like, wow. I want to say young, but these people aren't young. They're old enough to know better, but I love, well, one of them is young. I'm gonna call you out, Jen Lynn. This is a Jen Lynn question. When I read it, I chuckled because I was like, I'm choking on petty. Sorry. Because I was thinking a whole bunch of thoughts that I wasn't going to say out loud because I don't want to get.
I love when Black America makes that face.
I can't get demonetized because I gotta buy new shirts.
Everybody send send Adrian some new shirts. Not the homemade shirts.
I'm too old for this. Too old for this. So and I know the answer, Jen Lynn, but let's ask it anyway. Why are women like Ariana Grande and Kim Kardashian attracted to Pete Davidson? I mean, he looks like a muskrat who dyed his hair blonde. No offense. He's banging.
I asked that question to you, both of you, like a while ago, and y'all were like, well.
I think I know the answer.
But here's the thing, though. Unless that's how you met him, then you don't know that until later on. So what is it that initially you look at? Because I hate the word ugly. I don't like to talk about people looks like that because but Jesus, Christian.
He's not a supermodel. He's not the kind of person who.
He's not cute at all. I'm gonna just say it the way
blonde hair is not. It adds.
It looks gross
to him. But why?
Somebody beat you up with a bottle of bleach and they didn't stop, and it's like that is not how you dye hair. What is happening?
I looked at Kim. I was like, why Kim? Why would she do that? Maybe just to piss Kanye off.
I mean, Kanye looked like he's gerbil with them big giant smuggling acorn cheeks. I mean, so maybe she just got a weird. I mean, Ray J looked better than both of them. Though.
No.
No.
But Ariana Grande is mad ass cute, right? Ariana Grande is cute. I mean, she's not ugly. She's not horrific. But Ariana Grande, they dated
her. Okay. So this
Kim Kardashian, I think, is attractive. Ariana Grande.
I just tell me why Ariana Grande was the featured singer at Aretha Franklin's funeral, and she got up there with this long ass hair and this short ass skirt, and I was like, how is this representative of the send off that
The Queen of Soul.
Yep.
should have. I'm like, not that she can't sing. The girl can sing. She's got a voice, but come on, where are all the other people? Where were the contemporaries of Aretha Franklin? Why weren't they up there singing? Why did you have this young thing who maybe, I don't know, maybe she knew Aretha, maybe, I don't know, but it's just like
Heard from the grapevine anyway. It was somebody's lawyer. I think Aretha's lawyer knows Ariana Grande, and somebody connected on the stage, got her on the stage. It wasn't like Aretha picked her for sure. You had the whole world you could have picked, from the Shakas to the anybody that could have went and did. Hell, even Jennifer Hudson, which Aretha Franklin loved Jennifer Hudson. So that's the person she wanted her to play her in the movie and all that type of stuff. Why Ariana Grande? Because somebody knew somebody and got her on the stage.
and she's up there. I was like, she's up there, and all these dignitaries and everything, and her, pretty much her butt was showing. I was very offended. I'm sorry. I was very offended because I love Aretha Franklin, and I was like, what is happening? In what world is this okay? But that's just me. I'm sorry.
Let's say by the time I ran up on Aretha Franklin, and I should have gotten shot, because God protects idiots and children. We were Bo's first inauguration. So was that 2008? Yeah, 2008. I think my friends and I were walking down the mall, and we were right at the Capitol, and we saw something. So we're trying to shimmy around the fence to see if we saw what we thought we saw. And then all we heard, was, and this was the day before the inauguration, we heard, and you could barely hear it. It wasn't super loud, but you can hear it, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Aretha Franklin. And you hear her just do like 2 lines of, I think she's saying America the Beautiful or something like that. And we were like, Aretha! We started trying to shimmy through the fence, and one of us almost got shot. But she came out as we were like right when one big ass Deltron, the one who I told stories about Deltron, right when he popped his head through the fence, she was coming out, and we were like, Aretha! And she actually like acknowledged our presence and didn't, because everybody says she's a bitch, but she was like, oh, look at these little silly Negroes. Hey, y'all. And we were like, oh my God, because she sounded amazing. And all she's doing is just a warm-up for the day before. And we were just like, oh my God, you're beautiful. And she had this mink coat. She wore her mink even to the dress rehearsal. We were like, Aretha. And she was like, hey, y'all. And I was like, that's one of my clowning moments. I ran around and almost got shot in the ass by Capitol Police for trying. Okay.
So the question is,
why are they attracted?
It starts with the devil for me, with the shadow card, and then the Ace of Pentacles. There is an offer, a gift. He might be, I don't get the Knight of Cups, but he might be charming to them on a certain level, because I do get the Lovers and the Three of Cups. He also has a community of all these people sleep with each other.
They do, all of them.
And it's almost inevitable. When he leaves Kim or Kim leaves him, there's going to be some other pretty girl that she's going to be right behind, because they sleep with each other. And it's not that he's attractive. They know him and they may feel familiar with him. He's part of the community, and that's him. And anyway, but they like people's seconds as well. Like, as gross as that sounds, what they do. They all date each other. They all sleep with each other. They all know each other. So I don't have a real answer.
I have one.
It starts with the devil, and I'm going to leave it there.
What you got, Tony?
I think that he is the perfect rebound guy.
That's what I got. That's his brand. He's the rebounder.
He's the rebound guy.
Yep, he's rebound. That's his brand, actually. Go ahead. Why do you?
Yep.
What makes you say
he's
that?
the rebound guy. That's all I got to say.
And he comes in with the emotional approach, King of Cups and Page of Cups. He knows that when they've walked away in their previous relationship ended, it is almost like his secret power. And then not from a manipulation standpoint, because I don't get the magician or anything that shows manipulation.
He's the cleanup woman.
He's the cleanup. And he's like, yo, I'm gonna bag some mad puss. What you know, this is because he knows this is the only way I'm gonna get an Ariana Grande. This is the only way I'm going to get a Kim Kardashian. I'm weird. I have a certain look. I'm not the supermodel type. I got money, but I'm not loaded. You know, I'm not coochie down to the socks loaded. Yeah. So he sweeps. He goes in. Once those relationships end, they complete with the world. 8 of Cups. They walk and by the way, 8 of Cups is like I gotta walk away to get to because it really no. He comes in, sweeps in. He's the cleanup guy. You had pulled a card. Was it the crown chakra card, Tony?
His no, it's the throat chakra. I think that he's very funny and he's very quick-witted. Mm-hmm. So women love that. Women love quick wit.
Yeah.
And and they're brokenhearted. So he comes in, he makes them laugh. Make them laugh. Mm-hmm. So he's good, He's good at that.
And yes, I said mad puss. I don't care. I said it. I own it. Mad puss. That's the only way he gonna get it. Not the only way. That's just the most efficient way.
He's doing really well for himself.
He's got them notches. He has made it work. That's his thing. So, oh my gosh, we've got one more question. I'm going to, I think we did. Yes. I want to know, does Spirit have a message for us on how we can work with manifesting right now? There's a lot of people right now are just in the blues clues, a lot of stress going on. And people are like, I want to bring peace. I want to be this peace in the world. What Spirit messages we have from Spirit? What direction does Spirit give us on how we can work on manifestation? Woman, if you're asking about this stuff, it is the black and gold. It's black and gold tarot, Johnny. Golden, hold on.
Golden thread, isn't it?
Yes, golden thread tarot.
Wait, he dated Kate Beckinsale too?
You a damn lie.
Are you serious, Cece? I don't know what it is. It's magic.
You know what though? And if I got a wand and any of the cards that I threw, we knew because I'd already said it's like the wand is going to be the magic stick. And I didn't get the wands. I got all cups. So wow. Beckinsale. He's the cleanup man. He knows how to
Jen Lynn. Well, at least he doesn't have nads on his chin.
I mean,
if I had pulled the King of Wands, I would have been like, well, and that's the answer. And since they all date each other, they all gonna know that he's carrying the meat stick.
I mean, it's got to be charm, and because
that'll work too.
Let me hush because I'm about to say vulgar things now. Manifestation.
If I just said meat stick and earlier, so it can't be any worse than what
I mean, see, that's Jace. That's where I was going. Maybe he just eat the box or something. And it's one of them things to where, he's an orator.
He's an orator, my dear. He's an orator.
Because what else? I mean,
he's got the magic tongue.
But I mean, even okay.
But
even still, what you gonna do for the other 23 hours a day? Like,
honey, that's enough. I'm sorry. Have you not had?
No, you can't just be sitting. There's a person on YouTube that said this, and I'm gonna teach this to y'all. This is very vulgar. I'm very sorry, but I'm gonna teach it to you anyway. You have to bring me more than dick and a headache. Like I need something else you got to be able at least vacuum, pick up a couch or something. You got to do something else other than because what else I need you for? Unless you do the Beyonce approach when it's all over, please get up and leave type thing. But You got to, I mean, okay.
I think it's the meat stick and the fact that he can make them laugh.
I love to laugh. I love to
I
laugh.
mean, that's okay. But that's the other part of it.
And
Like,
that's it.
And you know what? These people don't have anything else to do. I mean, you don't have to. They don't need you to pick stuff up. You know, they have people for that.
I don't need the boyfriend who's gonna help me figure out what that dinging sound is in my car. I'm just gonna go buy a new Maserati. Like normal people. I need somebody who's in the industry who knows how the industry works, who is actually at least presenting the facade, if it's not real, of being kind.
maybe he's nice. That's another thing too. I mean, we're saying, I can't believe because he's not the cutest thing that's ever existed. But anybody said he was a jerk or he's a horrible person or he beats puppies or nothing. So, I mean,
Jim
maybe
Lenny's like a little lost puppy. Yeah, he does look like a little puppy dog.
maybe he's a nice person.
Maybe that's it. That because we love puppies.
Because
Looks like he smells like puppy breath, though. Yeah. That's what he gives. Like he's got that odor of puppy breath.
he buy that Johnny Depp by the bottle. That's what he said. You got that new Depp? I do. I got it.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I can't even laugh because my nose is smelling the smell.
Lord,
The smell. It
it
smells.
smells like alcohol.
And it's hot.
Lucky girl is like, maybe he's a good listener.
See, I don't need you to listen. I talk enough. You ain't got to listen. I'm gonna still talk anyways. Lord Jesus. Okay. Manifestation.
What advice does Spirit give us about how to manifest?
How to manifest. Lord have mercy.
How can we manifest?
Manifestation in general, people are struggling. They want to create to be, even if it's be the peace, do something. And they're feeling blocked. What's Spirit advice? What's the advice from Spirit?
That's not what these cards say, but I'm gonna say this to you all anyway. Because later today, reverse that. Earlier today, I was having the conversation of you have not because you ask not. So if you want something, ask for it. I tell this story of when I was trying to do a diet change, and I asked God to change my taste. Because I did not like green anything. Green popsicles, green vegetables, nothing. I don't like green anything. Now I can eat spinach raw right out the bag. So you think only reason you can talk to God is because he wants to cure your cancer or something. There's little things that you can talk about too. Something that you need help with. I did not know how to make myself like spinach. But guess what? That's probably a problem for you. Here you go. There you go. Manifest that for me. Bring that change that I can't bring myself. You ask not, so therefore you have not. There is strength, is what the cards say. The Star and the Eight of Pentacles, work at it. Work at this. This is not a magic spell, even though it's categorized as one sometimes, but you still have to do work. You still got to light a candle, burn a sage, burn a bay leaf or something. You still have to do something. So work at it. Stop expecting. God is not your genie, nor your assistant. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, all that, they will help you, but you have to do something too. So if you want to manifest something, do the work and manifest it. There you go.
True. You've got to. I've got all these, like this says purification, and this says renewal. So it's all about making something, manifesting something new, but healing in the process. I think the message is that helping others will help you. Anytime you feel as if your world is upside down, like there was a point in my life where I was really lost. And my brother-in-law was like, why don't you go and help out at the food kitchen? Serve food, serve soup, serve whatever, just be of service. And that will open up, your world. Give not to get, but when you do give, you get in the process as well. So, and you get 10,000-fold if you're giving without expecting anything in return. That actually happens. Just be open to it. That's how you manifest the change that you're trying to be. That's it.
I hate to, this answer is pretty simplistic, and I keep pulling more cards, and it keeps going back to simplicity. But I have to also remember that my entire brand is demystifying complex shit. So take a step back, breathe, meditate. You have to be in a place of calm. You cannot manifest in crazy and stress, because the only thing you will manifest in that space is more stress. You actually have to retreat, take a step back, bring in calm. You also have to set the plan. Spirit does not understand ambiguity. Spirit only understands exacts, because Spirit has a lot going on. Spirit is very busy. Imagine all of the human beings and animals and energy that Spirit is trying to understand. It needs you to be specific, i.e. create a plan. And you cannot forsake and get frustrated when it does not happen right now. You have to plant the seeds and do the work. Actually do the work. If you want to be the peace, and if you want peace in Ukraine, then you've got to be the peace in your household right now. You have got to be the peace in your life right now. Stop demanding peace from everybody else, but you've got chaos building inside. You can't do that. That's not how you manifest it. You've got to do the work. I'm tired of Republicans and they make me angry. Then you've got to go out and do the work. How do you work in your community? Start there. How do you educate? Start there. How do you bring things to the ballot? Start there. Do the work. Manifestation is not about wishing on a bright star. It's about doing the work as well.
Setting your intention and doing it. Don't just set the intention, actually follow up and do the intention.
You have to do it. I can't say I want a new job, but then just wish for the new job to come. You got to get your black ass on Indeed, on LinkedIn. You got to do it. So there you have it. I pulled a whole bunch of other cards. I was hoping for something magical and spiritual and whimsical, and Spirit was like, no. I'm going to keep this real basic. So there you have it. Set the plan, make it happen. Be the peace. Retreat. Can't create, you can't manifest and call and crazy unless you just want to manifest more crazy. Okay. With that, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Johnny, thank you so much. And we will see you Sunday on your channel. So you guys go tune in Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on Johnny's channel. You will see Tony Monday on Soul Sisters Tarot, right? And that's 9:30 Eastern. So it's like 5:30 Pacific, right? Yes, this Monday coming up. And I will see you all on Tuesday on Tony's channel. We're going to go through Oracle cards.
And hopefully Johnny will come on too. I know it's no Oracle cards, but.
Absolutely. I have Oracle cards.
Okay. So we can rip it up again on Tuesday. So just on the card.
Thank you guys so much for everybody who submitted questions. Thank you to my moderators for being just the amazing troll catchers and keeping the comments going and the conversation going in the chat. And thank you to everybody who donated to the channel for the super chats. I pray again that generosity is returned to you tenfold. I will see you all later. Have a good one. Bye.